that God can be one and three at the same time if light can be a particle and a wave at the same time. If you take a woman who's just been impregnated by her husband, within that moment of conception, even unknown to her, you've got her, you've got the husband's DNA in her very blood there flowing, and then you've got that little child. Three entities in one being, in an incredible way and a mystery. We think we understand it. We really don't. We just describe it. Even one woman can be three persons, distinctive as it were. Is it impossible for God to be three persons in one essence in an infinite scale of transcending all of humanity? And lastly, He is the Savior who offers the greatest hope and the greatest possibility of rescue. You know what your biggest problem is, and mine, and Dawkins, and Dennett, Hitchens? It's what goes on inside here. My problem is not Mao Zedong. The problem is what goes on inside here. What I don't need is a better education, or more money, or more friends. What I need is to find a way to be forgiven for a life that's blown it again and again and again. What I need is for somebody to pick me up and make me whole and help the battles that rage within me and rage within you. And so when Jesus describes himself as Soter, Savior, he's calling you to the cross to tell you that forgiveness is real. And in that forgiveness is hope of a life that lives more victoriously and less defeatedly. I was in India shortly after that terrible massacre at the hands of terrorists in Mumbai. In fact, just about a month ago, 3 or 4 of us in this audience were staying at that same hotel a month after it happened, in the beautiful Taj Mahal Hotel in Mumbai, where I've stayed many, many times, to see that ruined and bullet-ridden. It's a beautiful place, as is the Oberoi. I was watching the news about this carnage, of how they emptied out their machine guns and felled scores of people there. And there was an Indian-born British actor being interviewed, and he told his story. He was in that restaurant, invited by friends, and they were enjoying a beautiful dinner when he heard the bup, 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 and he thought maybe it was just some kind of firecrack works going on outside, when suddenly the sound got closer and closer, and they knew, as men and women were screaming, that it was gunfire. He said, I felt 2 arms just grab everybody on each side, and we were forced under the table, and the bullets were flying, bombs, and the grenades and all, people screaming, looking around, limbs scattered all over the place. And I heard the footsteps of one of them come within about 3 feet of me and aiming the gun, firing at random. And the interviewer said to him, how come you're still here? He said, I don't know how to explain it. All of my friends who were with me, including my hosts, were dead. He said, I'm the only one survived. And she said, how come? He said, I don't know. All I know is when I got up, the silence was there. I was so covered with blood, with someone else's blood, that they must have taken me for dead and spared me because I was covered with another's blood. That's the gospel. That is my God. That is my Savior. And in semi-transcendence I say, glorious things of thee are spoken. When I see the heavens and the work of your hands, what is there in man that you are mindful of him? Because the Son of Man came to seek and to save that which was lost. Son of David, Son of Man, Son of God, Savior. That's the truth he gives to us, showing the Creator and showing the human heart. I'm not deluded. To deny that takes a greater amount of faith, and that's why I'm the side of reason and the faith combination. God bless.
A brilliant defense of the Christian faith that we hope has strengthened your faith. If you'd like to order a copy of this complete message, Is Faith Delusional? Call us at 1-800-448-6766. That's 1-800-448-6766. Let me also invite you to visit our website. The address is www.rzim.org. You can order this program there or browse our many other resources that we have available. That's rzim.org. If you'd like to write to us, address your envelope to RZIM, Post Office Box 921939, Norcross, Georgia 30010. That's RZIM, P.O. Box 921939, Norcross, Georgia 30010. If you're listening to us in Canada, you should address your envelope to 50 Gervais Drive, Suite 315, Toronto, Ontario M3C1Z3. Let My People Think is a listener-supported radio ministry and a production of Ravi Zacharias International Ministries, Atlanta, Georgia.